There are 6 words. First one is feature film. This just means a full-length film, a feature film, a movie. It's not going to be a short film. A documentary, even. I'm not sure if a documentary is really a feature film. It may technically be a feature film, but when you hear it, you're thinking about a movie that is shown in the movie theater, and it's going to be approximately an hour and a half, 2 hours. These days, sometimes they're like 3 hours long. It is a feature film, so a lot of times, if you look at some actor's resume, or if you're a struggling actor or something, you will have it separated for some commercial appearance, something like this, and then you were starring in a feature, or not starring, but you were in a feature film. It actually comes from long time ago, when the movies were just starting. There would always be a little short movie before. Maybe not one, maybe a couple really short movies that were just a minute or 2 long. Even sometimes if you go see a Pixar movie, they kind of carried on that tradition. They have a little, maybe 5-minute goofy, funny video before. When you used to go to the movies a long time ago, it was very common to see something like that, a little short movie before, and then was the feature film. So that is why it is called the feature film. It's just the big one, the main one. Number 2, concept trailer. So I'm sure you know what a movie trailer is. In Korean, I think they even use the word trailer. Concept trailer would be something that is produced independently by the filmmaker, a type of trailer that's really showing the concept, the style, the theme of this movie. So it's going to be particularly important for some type of movie like the one that we saw that is different. And you can hear the idea of a movie that is all paintings, but you really can't 100% understand it until you see something. I'm sure when Pixar was starting out, they developed some type of concept trailer. You're probably not going to have a concept trailer for just a romantic comedy or something like that. That's something that everyone knows, that everyone understands. Avatar was kind of new, so that probably had a concept trailer. Something that's a little bit new and you really want to show your concept, your idea, that might be a little bit difficult to understand, or you want to maybe market it or advertise it. So that is a concept trailer. Number 3, hang around. So this just means to be in one area and not really doing anything. A synonym, a similar word would be loiter. A lot of times you can see on a sign, no loitering. It means do not hang around here. Don't just, some young kids or some skateboarders or something, or just be lazy and hang around there. It's a little bit different than hang out. Right? Hang out is, we're going to hang out, we're going to go to the movie, we're going to do whatever. You can hang out and going places, or we can just hang out at home, or we can just hang out at the cafe. That is just hanging out. Hang around is just staying in that one location and not really doing anything. A lot of times maybe the business owner might not want you to hang around his shop. It doesn't look good. Sometimes they combine the two, hang out and hang around, to hang out around here. I like to hang out around Hongdae. So that is similar to just hang out. So that you can combine the two and it will be more similar to hang out. Hang around. Stop hanging around here. Those kids are just hanging around the Mart or something like that. The 7-Eleven. Number 4, Kickstarter funding. So this is crowdfunding. There's multiple different platforms that do this, and you're trying to gather money from the public, right? Everyone give $1. Everyone give as much as you can. It can be for some type of charity, but if you're using Kickstarter funding, it definitely sounds like maybe some startup or something like that. A lot of places will maybe encourage you to give money, and they might give you a gift. A lot of them might just be asking for money for free. I'm not sure if I've ever given money to any type of Kickstarter campaign or Kickstarter funding. I don't think I have. Not that I can remember. But these days there have been lots of successful stories from Kickstarter, and either it is for a really emotional or like something is a good example is a very historical theater. I'm thinking of an example from my hometown, a historical theater, really nice architecture, but no one was really going there, so they were going to shut down, but they did a Kickstarter campaign, so people just donated the money because they are emotionally attached to that place, right? So if you're at all emotionally attached to something, you might donate a couple bucks or something like that. Number 5, a backer. This is a good one. A backer is a supporter, a person or an institution that supports something. So this is very commonly most used with financially. Mm-hmm. A lot of times they will even say financial backers. The financial backers of this campaign, of this movement, of this company. Who is back? If you have a startup idea and you're pitching your idea, who is backing you? Means who is funding you? Who is giving you your money? To back something, you can use it as a verb, to back something, to financially back something. The backer is the person or group, institution who is giving you your money. So I think that's a really good one to use, and it's common to see. And the last one, number 6, intensive. This is a very common word, used in many different situations. The intensive, it is very vigorous, might be a good synonym for it. It is very vigorous. It is a lot packed into a short time. If you take your biology course in college, but then they might have the summer intensive course. Instead of 12 weeks, it's 4 weeks. It's very intensive, concentrated, short time, thorough, vigorous, like that. You can do some intensive training for athletics or something. English intensive 4-week class or something like that. It is intensive. Any questions about those 6 words?
Can you make another example sentence with back as a verb?
As a verb. Who is going to back your company? Who is backing your company? If you can convince me that your idea is good, I will back you. I will support you. And so similar to that, I will back you. I don't think I'm going to back that company because...
Can I say this way? In that meeting at the night, he backed me. Can I say this way? He backed me.
He decided to back me. When you're using like that, he backed me, you're kind of putting it into something that like happened at that moment, right? It's not really something that happened at that moment. That's why I used the word he decided to back me. That's something that happens at that moment. Backing a company is going to be stretched out over a long period of time, most likely, right? So that night, right, he backed me. I would definitely maybe say he decided to back me, or he agreed to back me, or something like that, because that's what's happening at that moment in time. And you can't really back someone at a specific moment in time. Any other questions?